His MVP. Golf swing, right field. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. Goes after the first one. Drills a high fly ball. Left center field. This game is tied. From Javier. Seager hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. A bomb in the first. Drive. It's tied. Seager smashes the ball down the line. Goodbye. Now Seager to right center field, way back there. Shot again. Corey Seager does it again. It's Texas Rangers win the World Series. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live, coming at you in the ninth inning of an 11-3 ball game. Rangers on top. At least we get the split this week. At least we got 2 out of 4, man. Last night was, I think, about all that all of us could handle. Good to see this one firmly in our grasp. Rangers 1 strike away from securing the series split, getting on a happy flight to Houston to close out the first half of this MLB season. Dane Dunning in a 3-2 count. Jacob Latz pulled there. A little curious move. I don't know what that's all about. Hopefully he's all right. Didn't seem like it was injury related. It looks like Zach Neto, unfortunately, is going to take Dane Dunning deep here, man. Just not what you want to see, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is, but just not what you want to see. You guys know I'm a Dane fan. I want to see that ERA stay as low as humanly possible. So Dane gives up the homer here. As you guys can see on game day, it was not a well-located pitch on 3-2. A cutter right down the pipe. 11-4 ball game at this point. But look, we have multiple things we want to get through today. It is a great day to be a Rangers fan. Fun game to watch. You look at the offense today, 13 hits, 6 walks, on base 19 times. I mean, this is your kind of game. And Patrick Corbin, another outstanding outing, an unofficial quality start. Doesn't quite go 6 innings. Didn't have to. Patrick Corbin, look, for all of the meltdowns that I see online about Patrick Corbin every time he gives up an earned run, 1 earned run, the guy just continues to give the Rangers a chance to win nearly every time he takes the bump. You got a 1-2 count right now. 1-2 count right now. Did anybody notice, by the way, that Zach Neto decided to admire that home run off Dane Dunning? I was watching the replays on that. Did anybody else notice that? Neto kind of just kind of rubs me the wrong way, man. I'm not going to lie. He just kind of rubs me the wrong way, bro. You're pimping a home run in an 11-3 ball game. I don't know. Just kind of rubs me the wrong way. But look, Kevin Newman's going to strike out here. Kevin Newman threw a shutout inning last time out. He's kind of becoming a fan favorite position player pitching in multiple games in this series. Made Evan Carter and Jake Berger and all those guys in the top of the ninth look a little silly. But he's going to strike out here to end the game. Rangers win it 11-4. Texas box score 11 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Defense played a much crisper, much cleaner game today. And then you had the Angels, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors as well. Patrick Corbin gets the win. He improves to 6-7 with a 4.15 ERA. Very respectable numbers for a 5th starter. Kohanowitz takes the loss, 3-9. ERA has now ballooned to over 6. We are going to go through players of the game on each side of the baseball in just a moment here. Want to welcome everybody to the show here right on Rangers. We cover just about everything Texas sports, but we put a big emphasis on all the teams that we love. Really a lot of them from the Metroplex, Rangers included, especially during the MLB season. Although we did watch a little Cooper Flag Summer League debut tonight. That was fun. I have anybody else watching that Cooper Flag? Las Vegas Summer League debut. You guys know, living out here in Vegas, we did look into tickets. Average ticket was like $225. Like, look, I wanted to see Cooper in the Summer League, but I don't know if I want to pay triple digits for a Summer League ticket. It just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Anyways, though, during MLB season, lots of Rangers. Thank you for choosing Texas Rangers content here at Right on Rangers. We appreciate you guys and the support. We will get to comments. We will get to questions. We will get to as many things as we can tonight before the big Silver Boot series approaches Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm excited. Bad news, though, little bit of bad news. I will be probably putting out some videos, but the fam is doing one last vacation this summer. And so we will be actually on the road the next few days. Really would have loved to have been around for this entire Silver Boot, but will not be going live very frequently this weekend. Might do a Sunday show, possibly a Sunday night show. I think maybe a late night Sunday night to kind of recap and do a series finale, but we will not be live, I don't believe, after Friday's game or Saturday's game, unfortunately. Like I said, family taking one last vacation before the summer's out. So that's the plan. We'll put out a couple videos. Hate to do it to you during Silver Boot, but it is what it is. All right, let's start with this. We have been preaching the past week, 2 weeks. Let's not burn the whole thing down after every L. Let's not burn the whole thing down. We watched the Rangers lose a heartbreaker both on Monday and Wednesday night. And both times the team comes back resilient, wins really pretty triumphantly both on Tuesday and tonight on Thursday. Impressive bounce back by Texas. Would have been easy, I think, to come out today scuffling, come out today head down. The team instead jumped right on the Angels from the jump. It was 9-0 in the third inning. Told me something about this team. Maybe y'all want to take nothing away from that, but I take the win today. This team knows how to be mentally tough. This team definitely does not have a lot of vocal leaders, a lot of rah-rah guys per se. But what they have always been good at is bouncing back and flushing losses. And really, you haven't seen the Rangers go on any kind of crazy losing streak this year. I think they've had some, maybe 4 or 5. I think they had one maybe that was around 5 losses. You haven't seen this team go on a lot of losing streaks. You saw a couple of sweeps. It feels like the most they drop is maybe 3 in a row, and you've seen this team continue to win games even when the odds are somewhat stacked against them. Look, the Rangers today, I think, had a pretty good chance of winning with Patrick Corbin on the mound, Kohanowitz on the other side. But baseball absolutely can be a weird sport at times, and a team that shouldn't beat you ends up beating you a couple of games. I think it could have potentially been a little bit of a trap game today. Rangers come out and leave no doubt, and now they hop on a flight to Houston. We're going to talk about the Houston series here in just a little bit. I'm excited to do so. But let's put a bow on tonight before we get into tomorrow. By the way, Brian, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. Hey, Carson, appreciate you hanging, man. Thank you so much. Look, I was on Jeff Bates' show a little bit earlier today. Texas Clubhouse is the YouTube at there. Jeff Bates on X is the X account. Jeff and I chatted for a few innings. It was a great convo. Would highly recommend you following him. It was a ton of fun. Jeff's doing great things over there, and I would just highly recommend, if you haven't followed him yet, I believe, again, at Texas Clubhouse on YouTube, Jeff Bates on X. I would really, really recommend the follow. You guys know we're all about building up just about anybody that loves the Rangers as much as we do here at Right on Rangers. So I appreciated Jeff having me on the show. It was great talking to him. And look, glad to have a couple of people coming over and hanging out late night after a beautiful Texas Rangers victory. Natalie, what's good? Offense has been consistent lately for sure. I said it last night. The offense kind of felt like it had a little bit of a different vibe. And of course, You got the negative Nellies saying it's the Angels, man. Bro, it's the Angels. Look, come on. It's not an easy game. You win these games on the road. It means something. It's not meaningless. The Rangers still have an opportunity to go 5-5 on this road trip. Shoot, they could go 6-4 still with a sweep of the Houston Astros. Just going to go ahead and speak that one into existence right now. Y'all like that? It could happen. 2 out of 3 would be brilliant. You go 5-5, you go 6-4 on a roadie, on a long road trip. That's not a nothing burger. That's a pretty big deal. There's some respect there. Where are the Rangers in the division? Way far down. But look, honestly, nobody's locked in on the division. I mean, if you learn nothing from 2023, take away the fact that the division win was not needed for the Rangers to win their first World Series championship. It was not needed. So we are not at all concerned about the division. Just make it into the playoffs and let DeGrom, let Evo, let Corey Seager, perhaps Adolis Garcia, let those guys cook. You don't want to see the Rangers in a wild card series with DeGrom throwing game 1, Evo throwing game 2, vice versa. You don't want to see that if you're the rest of the league. We keep going. Depressed Braves fan, man, I'm sorry. I know the Braves are definitely underperforming this year. I think they're going to be all right. I think they just got off to a really slow start. I really do feel like Braves reload in the offseason. They've still got a very good young core of players. Ronald Acuna, probably one of my favorite non-Rangers to watch, and a bunch of other dudes as well. Austin Riley, I could go on. I think the Braves are going to be okay. I think they just got off to way too slow of a start. We keep going. Come on, man. Ethan, you can't just keep repeating everything that everybody else says on social media, bro. Astros fans, look, it's actually quite fitting that Astros fans accuse the Rangers of cheating. Like, you couldn't even come up with original content. You had to cheat off of everybody else that gives you a hard time in the league. Like, at least be original. Everybody saying Rangers cheated, investigate 2023. It's freaking rich coming from Astros fans. I don't even understand that. Y'all get the thing, right? You're just saying what everybody else is saying, not being original, cheating. Do I need to explain this anymore? Rich. Super rich. All right, we keep going, man. We keep going. Yeah, Brian, I'm with you. It's a frustrating team. It is a frustrating team. You get conned. I don't want to say conned. It's negative, but it does fit. You kind of get conned into believing they're back, into believing this is what they're going to be the rest of the season. And then the next game comes along and you're just like, who is this team? I just watched a winner last night. What am I watching? You hope that doesn't happen in Houston. I feel pretty confident about the Houston series for 2 reasons. 1, Jacob deGrom, Saturday night. 2, Nate Eovaldi, Sunday night. That's why I feel pretty good about the Houston series. I know Hunter Brown is throwing. I know Fromber's throwing. Look, I'm not actually super worried about Fromber. I know he racked up some Ks against us, but I feel like we actually have hit Fromber decently over both the postseason and regular season combined. I feel like there are some guys, that have seen the ball well out of his hand. I think that the Rangers have a very good shot at winning the series based on how the pitching matchups stack up. Astros are a great team. No shade at all in terms of their play on the field. They are a quality squad. But when you've got DeGrom, when you've got Evo going back-to-back, you definitely feel good about your opportunities. We keep going. Hey, appreciate the ice cream cone, man. AJ, thank you. Means a lot. Thank you so much for the generosity. Hey, we keep going. What are your thoughts on the upcoming series with the Stros? Kind of talking about that. Astros leading the division. Like, that's how you know it's a little desperate too, right? Like, why do Astros fans obsess about the division lead? That did literally nothing for you in 2023. Like, I don't understand the obsession with the division lead. bro, it's 2025. Like, you've got 6 teams from each league that make the playoffs. Like, division titles in 2025 are basically meaningless. Rangers didn't need a division title in 2023. They went ahead and got that World Series title. So I find it a little cute that there's Astros fans really, really pumping up that division lead like it's a big deal. It's not. Just make the playoffs. It really doesn't matter how much you win the division by. But keep clinging on to it. I know you need something to get you to sleep at night. You still get haunted by 2023 from time to time. I get it. You need something. Take comfort in it. We'll get in the playoffs and go ahead and do our thing, just like we did in 23, man. It is the only way they cope. Do I think the offense is back? I think that the offense had a very, very good series, and I would love to see it happen in Houston. I'm going to say, and I'm not trying to cop out here, but Killer B, I am trying to say, if Houston goes well, if we go to Houston and the offense hits well, first of all, you'll kind of be sad that it's the All-Star break. It's the last thing that you want is the All-Star break when the offense finally starts clicking. I'll be a little bit sad, honestly. But if they can go down to Houston and hit, I will declare that the offense does appear to have righted the ship. I think if they can do a solid week of great hitting, I don't think that you need to hold out forever. I will feel pretty good about the offense if they can go down to Houston. Maybe besides the Hunter Brown game, I think the Hunter Brown game is going to be tough. I'm not going to judge the offense based on how they do against one of the best pitchers in baseball. Although, I like to remind Astros fans, we did beat Hunter Brown already this year. Jake Berger, Oppo Taco, ringing a bell. We did beat Hunter Brown earlier this year. So, with that, I think that it's going to be a very good weekend of pitching. But let's see how the offense does against the Astros before we proclaim them back. Hard for me to do that against a team like the Angels. I know they've been playing decent. I'm not trying to trash them. Look, I know we got some Angels fans hanging out. Look, I think that the Angels are not a terrible squad. I do think this is kind of par for the course for them. You win some tight ball games like they did on Monday, like they did on Wednesday, and then you get blown out. You get obliterated in the losses. That's kind of the trend for the Angels right now. Win some tight ball games, get absolutely obliterated in the L's. And that's why the differential is what it is. I think they're right around like minus 60 right now, hanging around 500. I mean, look, that's all that matters, win-loss record, right? Who cares about the run differential? But it kind of tells you a little bit, tail of the tape with the Angels. You're winning some real tight ball games, and then you are just getting waxed when it's not your day. We keep going. Corbin pitched great. JBJ, it was an amazing game. Absolutely. Brian, yeah, I know some people are still sore about Luka getting traded. I definitely don't love it either, but I'm really trying to get behind Cooper Flagg. I had fun watching the Summer League game before the Rangers game. Got to watch the first half. Cooper, definitely a little bit up and down in his Summer League debut, but you see the potential. You see what he is going to become one day. I really, really feel great about the Mavs' chances this year, especially when Kyrie gets back. You kind of got to keep the ship afloat for the first half of the year, but once Kyrie gets back, it's going to be a dangerous team. We keep going. We definitely could have swept this series. Absolutely could have swept this series. It's too bad that the Rangers dropped Monday and dropped Wednesday. You really could have gone 4-0, and that is really frustrating. But you know what? You can't look back. You've got to keep moving forward. Go win a series in Houston, and nobody is really going to care that much about what happened on Monday and Wednesday. But I'm with you. I'm with you for sure. Jack, what's good, my guy? The offense was fire, straight fire this series. Absolutely. I love it. It's so fun watching this team click. It really is. You just get reminded of 23 when the offense was on point and no lead from the other team, I should say, was safe. Rangers could be down 4 or 5-0 and you didn't care in 2023. because you just knew that the team had to come back in them. You saw that time and time again in 2023. And look, tonight, Marcus Semien. We've sung Marcus Semien's praises here on the show the past month and a half. Bro is on a legendary heater right now. He was 4 for 5 tonight. Let me read you these numbers. These are godlike numbers from Marcus Semien. Marcus Semien over his last, let me see here. Marcus Semien over his last 15 games, 15 RBIs, 3 bombs. I mean, look, anytime you're going 15 for 15, on base 28 times, 64 ABs, on base percentage is almost 400, OPS right around 900 his last 2 weeks. And look, over his last 30 games, hitting 300 with a plus 800 OPS. Like, this guy is on a heater, and he has just steadied the ship in the middle of the order for Texas. 4 hits tonight, had an RBI as well. How many total bases, man? Oh, I can't wait to read this stat to y'all. Not Marcus Semien related per se, but Semi tonight had 4 total bases, so 4 singles. Rangers were 7 for 13 with runners in scoring position. 7 for 13. That's probably the best RISP numbers I've seen from Texas all year long. Runners in scoring position, man. That is awesome. Look, Jack, I only hope that El Bombi just goes off in Houston once again. Things you would love to see as a Rangers fan. Really, anybody around the league, even if you're not a Rangers fan, you'd love to see Adolis just stick it to Houston one more time. The only people that don't want to see that are Astros fans. Like, seriously. We keep going. Jack, yeah, look, I try to keep it nice. I give the Astros fans a hard time, just like they like to come on here and give me a hard time. I leave the heavy lifting to you guys, so thank you, good sir. Let's see. Texas Rangers Clubhouse, yes, sir. Hey, it was great having you. Great being on the show with you. You're doing some great things over there. Absolutely loved our time. Love to do it again. Go follow Texas Rangers Clubhouse, by the way. I'm putting it up here on YouTube for you guys at Texas Rangers Clubhouse. And then on X, it's Jeff Bates on X. Please go follow. Great Rangers content from him. He does live streams during the entire games. Like I said, man, you are a saint, a trooper. I feel like I'm doing a good thing getting on in the 9th inning, man. But Jeff goes a lot for the entire game. And look, great guy, great show. Highly recommend the follow. You guys know anybody that supports the Rangers, anybody that is trying to do similar things as I am, I want to see do well. And Jeff's one of the good ones. So thank you again, man. We keep going. 82 runs in the past 15 days. That doesn't feel real. Does that feel like a real number? That doesn't feel real. 82 runs in the past 15 days. Now, one thing Baksick was going back and forth about, one thing Baksick was saying was like, is this the best offensive series that the Rangers have had? Wasn't the Twin series pretty good? I think it's got to be between the Twin series in Minneapolis and this series. I don't know how many runs we scored in that Twin series, but it feels like it's 1-2. I don't know which one comes out on top, but shoot, this was an incredible offensive series for Texas. Great to see it going into a big series with Houston. Hey, yes, sir. Anytime. Would love to do it again soon after the All-Star break. Would be great. Thanks again, Jeff. How did he give a home run last minute? I think that was Dane Dunning giving up the homer to Neto, and we kind of commented Zach Neto like admiring the home run down 8 runs. Dude, come on. What are you doing? Come on, man. You're down 8 runs. I don't know. Neto, he's okay. He kind of rubs me the wrong way. I'm not going to lie. By the way, did we ever retaliate for the Seager HBP? I said last night I thought maybe there would be some retaliation today. Did we retaliate for that Seager hit by pitch? I'm looking at the box score right now. I was doing a few things. Obviously, I was on the show with Jeff. Wasn't locked in 100% on every AB. Was there an HBP? Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought for sure in a game that was kind of getting away from the Angels, we might have seen a little bit of a get back for what happened to Corey Seager. That being said, look, probably for the best. No need to fire anything up at this point. Rangers just need to worry about getting wins. They really do. Split series, yep. Are we back is the big question of the night. You can't say that after the Angels series. You just can't say that. I want to say it badly, but I'm not going to be the one to say it after an Angels series. It feels like their offense is getting there, but let's see how they do against Houston. See how they do against Houston, man. That is going to be, I think, the real test here. Trade for Schwarber. That definitely would be a big-time move, man. The problem is you really have to start doing some of the thought process of who are you getting rid of if you go get a bat like that, right? That's kind of the problem is you go get Schwarber, who are you getting rid of? Or who is getting sent down, right? That's kind of some of the things you have to think through. I'm kind of a get the bat and figure it out later kind of guy myself, but that would be something. That's what I say, Brian, after every win. Who are we buying? Who are we buying? Right? You win a big game. After we lose a bad one, everybody says sell after the wins. Who are we buying, baby? Fire up that trade block. Let's get to getting and making some deals. Oh, man. A couple of people have said they think that we do better without Young. Somebody said it on TikTok, too. Look, Josh Young is still, I think, in the cards very much so for the Rangers' future. It does feel like not completely coincidental that you get rid of a couple of the black holes that were taking up spots in the order for the past 6-7 weeks and things start to open up a little bit. That's not to say Josh Young isn't going to come back and do a really, really nice job for Texas down the stretch. But yeah, I think there's some truth to some of the people that are bringing up Josh Young's absence from the lineup coinciding with the offensive firepower. I would have to agree with you. I think Josh Young's spot in the lineup was, as I already said, a bit of a black hole. And when you eliminated that and you opened it up to other people, it did help. It definitely helped. I think Josh Young is going to be back after the All-Star break at some point, and hopefully he will be a contributor and will really step up to the plate, literally, figuratively, being that guy that the Rangers expected him to be at the onset of the season. So we talked about Wyatt Langford and we talked about Evan Carter. Josh Young absolutely was in that mix of young guy, but we're counting on him to produce. A lot of people like to excuse the young guys, and I don't think that you can blame Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter exclusively for the Rangers' struggles. But to say that they were not going to be counted on, or to say that CY, Fenstermaker, the front office wasn't counting on them to be high-quality hitters, it's just not accurate. Wyatt Langford was hitting up at the top of the order almost all year long. You don't put a guy like that at the top of your order if you don't think that they're going to be one of your main contributors. Now, when Jock Peterson comes back, I'm almost kind of a little bit iffy about that, although I saw Jock is 2 or 3 weeks away from like going on a rehab assignment or swinging a bat or something. I don't know. I thought Jock was going to be back a lot sooner, but they are either just not rushing him back or that hand is taking a little bit longer to heal than what they originally predicted. But Jock Peterson, I got the notification, I think it was from one of the Rangers beat writers, 2 or 3 weeks before he starts swinging. So we're not going to see Jock until probably August at this rate. So we're talking after the trade deadline. Jungle Cat forever. Look, Jungle Cat is always going to have a place in Rangers fans' hearts no matter what happens for what he did in 2023. He needs to get right down to AAA. I think he'll be back at some point after the All-Star break. But we will see what transpires. It's going to be an interesting next few weeks. Richard, what's good, man? Paying $26 million for Simeon, kind of hoping for this production. Yep, fair point. It's a fair point. It really is. I think Marcus Simeon was absolutely not living up to anything close to what he was getting paid at the beginning of the year. It was getting pretty desperate with Marcus at certain points in March, in April, and even into May. Now you feel like he is earning his keep. Absolutely. Keep going here. Where are they going to put Smitty? I think you got to ask it the other way. JBJ on YouTube says, once Young and Peterson comes back, where are they going to put Josh Smith? I think you got to ask it the other way, JBJ. When they come back, where are they going to go? Because Josh Smith, I think, is a mainstay at this point. I think you got to ask, where do Jock Peterson and Josh Young fit in? Because Josh Smith is a staple. I think he has been one of probably top 2, top 3 most consistent hitters this year for Texas. Yeah, I think you're asking, where do Young and Peterson fit in? Because you're not taking Josh Smith. You're not taking Josh H. Smith out of the lineup, man. He's earned it at this point. Yeah, I love Marcus as well, Richard. Yeah, he's got to get better at starting out seasons much stronger. Notoriously a second half hitter, a slow starter. I would love to see Marcus break that mold and really just get after it from the jump. It's unfortunate. You're paying a guy $26 million, and you got to wait till June before the back shows up. And this year was probably, I think, a little bit worse than some of the other years. But I agree. Next year, got to have Marcus get off to a better start. Keep going. Jack, that's where I'm at too. You kind of echoed what I just said. Brian, I do believe he'll get it right as well. I still say at this point in 2025, if you just put this season in a vacuum, you make Josh Young earn the spot back. You don't risk what you got right now with Josh Smith and what you've got with other things going on in the lineup. You've always got the long term with Josh Young. The last thing I want to see them do is choose development at this point over winning. I think that you definitely have a place for development. You're definitely going to be able to do that with the young guys down the road. Right now, you got to win ball games. You don't have time to baby a player and make sure that they're developing well. Your season is on the line. Your season's on the brink. You have got to start winning ball games. And so if Josh Young earns it, great. But I don't think that you at all remove Josh Smith from the lineup. We keep going. Amen about Young. Yup. Rocker a better fit in a closer role. Justin, maybe, but I think we've said Rocker is always going to be much more valuable to your franchise as a starting pitcher. And look, I don't think they're actively shopping him, but starting pitchers are going to be infinitely more valuable than relief pitchers. Now, could you just move Rocker there temporarily? Maybe, but I just don't love what I'm seeing from Rocker mentally. Just some of the little things that are a part of the game that he's just not doing well at this point. I don't really want Rocker anywhere near the 9th inning. The stuff is 9th inning stuff, Justin. So don't get me wrong there. I see what you're seeing. I just think you need a guy in the 9th inning that is nails, that is mentally tough. Rock at this point is not inspiring a lot of confidence for me that he is going to be able to handle some of that real emotional, psychological wear that pitching in the 9th can do to you. We keep going. Sorry, I'll catch up on TikTok, by the way. Yeah, not covering first base, exactly. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, you have no margin for error in the 9th inning. So I get the people that want to move Rock to a 9th inning role. I really do. But at the same time, I think you've got to have a guy that's so sharp mentally, and I just don't think you can say that about Kumar at this point. Is Evan Carter falling off? North Texas, what's good, man? Thanks for the comment. I am a little bit worried about Evan. It's not like a panic button or anything like that. I'm not panicked, but it's a little concerning. Evan just some of the advanced stats. I did a short that I put out a couple days ago about Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter, and each have different facets of their games that are going really well and not going really well. Wyatt Langford, hard contact, but he's not hitting a lot of the sweet spot. It's a lot of ground balls. It's a lot of pop-ups. He hits hard ground balls and hard pop-ups, but he's not hitting that sweet spot very frequently. It's bad. And he's also striking out a lot. But when he does hit the ball, he is one of the hardest hitters in the league. The bat speed is elite. The speed on the base pass, even better. And then with Evan Carter, great eye up at the plate, elite plate discipline, but is not hitting the ball hard at all. Like, he's a very toolsy player at this point. He's got some tools, but it's not terrifying. I don't think anybody is fearing Evan Carter's bat at this point. So I don't want to say Evan Carter is falling off. I don't want to say that, he's never going to make it back to 23 level. I think Evan Carter can be a very solid player for you. I don't know if he's going to be a star player. I think Evan can be a very solid 1 through 9 guy, but I'm a little bit worried at this point. I'd like to see him start picking it up. I think if he can find a groove, we think the Rangers offense looks great right now. Imagine Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter both hitting well at the same time, along with Simeon, along with Seager, along with Josh Smith. This lineup starts getting dangerous very, very quickly. One of these days, Rocker and Leiter will both be healthy and figure it out. Richard, I'm with you. I like the long-term prospects of Leiter and Rocker. I know there's some people that are a little down on those guys. They have been thrust into this role, the prominent role, pretty quickly with some of the injuries. Look, Leiter looked really good at the beginning of the year, and he's fallen off a little bit. Kumar has had his moments. In fact, if you take away the start last night, his last 5 outings were great. He hadn't given up more than 2 earned runs in 5 straight outings. So I think that there is a bright future for both of them. It might not be this year, but Richard, I tend to agree with you. Keep going. Why in the world is Luke Jackson in the big leagues other than Cole Winn? That's probably the question of the day. I do not understand why Luke Jackson is getting innings over Cole Winn. I said that in my video that I put out today. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I get it. Luke Jackson won a World Series with the Braves. Dude's been in big spots. You like the veteran presence. But at this point, you can't trust him with any kind of close game. I might feel okay throwing him in a 5-run game. I don't even think I feel great throwing him in a 4-run game. In fact, in San Diego, I watched him pitch in a 4-run game. It was 7-3, and before I knew it, the bases were loaded with no outs with Luke Jackson in the ballgame. You just cannot trust Luke right now. Mop-up duty, I'd prefer to see Cole Winn get his innings, but I don't know if they're going to be doing anything with Luke Jackson anytime soon. Not sure. Hobie should be the 9th inning guy. I don't know if he is going to be ever getting a shot at the 9th. I think that they prefer him more as high leverage, jack of all trades kind of guy. I know some people were saying, I think Gio was saying last night that the downfall of the bullpen, might be that you just don't have anybody with a really defined role. I think there is something to that, although Hobie Milner seems to be doing well really in whatever situation he gets thrust into. I don't think he's ever going to be a 9th inning guy. I think you really want to have a guy in there that has the high velocity, has the nasty stuff. Hobie feels like more of a matchups guy, a guy that gets outs, but I do think that the soft velocity, the 88-mile-an-hour fastballs, it's clearly working this year. I'm not a Hobie hater. In fact, I'm the exact opposite. I think Hobie Milner is goated this year with what he's done for Texas Rangers in the bullpen, but I don't think he's touching the 9th. I do think the Rangers got to figure out the 9th inning, though, 100%. Yeah, it's crazy, Jerry. Appreciate your comment, by the way. I've said this so many times, and I said it on Jeff's show, Texas Rangers Clubhouse. Jeff Bates on X. Great follow, by the way. I just feel like anybody that's saying sell or give up, like, you realize if we have one good weekend and the Mariners or a team ahead of us in the wild card has a bad weekend, simultaneously, we're right in a playoff spot. Like, that's how it can go, and it can happen quickly. Like I said, theoretically, at the end of this weekend, we could be in a playoff spot. It would probably take sweeping Houston, which is no easy feat. But if you swept Houston, you're probably a game at worst out of a playoff spot going into the All-Star break. You win 2 out of 3, you're probably like 2 games out, 2.5, which is very respectable. Anybody saying sell, I just don't get it. I don't get that at all. What's happening with Young down at AAA? And look, maybe he'll be back after the All-Star break at some point. Keep going. I know I'm playing catch up a little bit right now, so forgive me, y'all. I'm trying to catch up. Texas Rangers fans unite 100%. JBJ, it might take Evan Carter just having a couple of healthy seasons to really fully get back on track. I would love to not have it take that long, but of course I'm being a little bit greedy. You might be onto something there. If we win tomorrow, you think we sweep? Look, there's something to that. If you take the game tomorrow in Houston, Friday night, Jack Leiter, I think Fromber's pitching for the Astros. You got to love your chances with DeGrom and Evo on the bump Saturday, Sunday. Absolutely. You wish we had signed Goldschmidt? That would have definitely been a decent pickup. We talked about in the offseason going out and maybe getting Paul Goldschmidt. I just think they had the vision with Jake Berger, and it was just never going to happen. But sure would be nice to have Goldie right about now. Offense is averaging 4 runs a game. Wow. We finally made it over the 4-run per game mark. Bravo. Bravo, Texas Rangers. Oh, man. It only took until July 10th, but we made it happen. Oh, my goodness. Let's get the game off. We're just chilling right now, talking Rangers baseball after a series split against the Angels. Should have been a sweep, but we'll take a split. Hopefully we can get a series win this weekend. Yeah, Brian, you might be onto something. If they threw Hobie in the 9th inning, am I going to complain? No. I'm not going to complain if they throw Hobie Milner in the 9th inning. I'll take it. I really will. Absolutely. Rowdy Tellez, underrated signing. I mean, there's your DH if Jock Peterson continues not to figure it out. That's probably your solution at DH. Carter, 260, 270, definitely not bad. Jerry, I think he went 2 for 3 last night. Young did in AAA, but I don't know what he did tonight. I guess we could look it up real quick. We'll do that while we're doing some TikTok comments, all right? We'll look up what Josh Young and the rest of Round Rock did tonight. I'm kind of curious. Here we go. Let me catch up here. Do the Rangers have a 9th inning closer? Rohan, no, they don't. McCullers is throwing tomorrow? I'm going to have to check this out. I'm going to have to get on. Miss Dustin Harris. I do too. I like Dustin Harris a lot. Dustin Harris has kind of gotten low-key jobbed. Like, he's kind of gotten screwed. He just never has really had an opportunity to start consistently. Osuna's kind of having the same thing happen to him, in all honesty. Like, Osuna's getting a little bit screwed at this point. Like, you only get to play every 3 or 4 days. Dustin Harris hasn't gotten 2 solid weeks of playing time. Osuna, I don't think, has gotten 14 straight games. Right? I haven't seen that. And so I really would love to see those young guys get their opportunities. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but next year, if you get rid of Adolis, you trade him like they should to get some value out of him before he becomes an unrestricted free agent in 27. Hopefully that will be the moment. That will be the opportunity. All right, here we go with the Express. Harris 0 for 5. Ooh, yikes. We were just talking him up. Josh Young was 1 for 4. Put the ball in play every time. So that's good to see. So he's 286. Look, the stats don't really matter that much, but he is hitting, I believe, at this point, 3 for 8, something like that. I don't know. That feels right. Maybe some of that is when he was down. You know what? That average is from when he was down earlier in the year. All right. Let me keep going here. What do we got? Call up Walcott. Yeah, they're not going to do that. You can't call up Walcott unless you are a 100% certain that you are making the playoffs, and I don't think that is the case right now. I think FanGraphs had us at like 15 or 16%. Keep going. Detroit Tigers were 55 and 63 before they took off. Rangers definitely still have a chance. 16% chance according to FanGraphs. But what do they know? I still think the Rangers have an outstanding chance here. And Brian, you said it really, really well. This team they lack consistency. That's why I've said if they do well in Houston, I'll be a much bigger believer. If they soil the bed in Houston, for lack of a better expression, I think we will all kind of be saying the same thing. Yep, same old story. But I've got high hopes for the Silver Boot Series, and I think y'all should too. Anytime you got the two of the best pitchers, I say 2 top 5 pitchers in the game throwing for you in a series like that, you feel pretty good about the chances. Yeah, Jack, exactly. Unless you are opportunity to go on a deep playoff run, you don't start Walcott's clock. No. Keep going. Houston is going to smash, no doubt. Nah, I don't see anything like that. I see a very, very close, well-played series. One way or the other. I mean, it could definitely go Houston's way. I think it could go the Rangers' way. It's going to be a good series. I would really be surprised if you see 2 out of 3 blowouts. I think this is going to be a lot of close ball games. Keep going here. Astros called up the number 1 prospect for the Rangers series. Yeah, because Jeremy Pena is injured, right? We'll see how he does. Did he get an AB today? Or is he making his debut against the Rangers tomorrow, Rohan? What have you heard, man? Hey, go Astros. Look, it'll be fun hanging out for Silver Boot. All y'all Astros fans, come back and hang out. Why wouldn't you try Walcott now at third? Because, again, you don't want to start the clock on Walcott. If you start Walcott's clock right now and you don't make the playoffs, you just lost a half season of Sebastian Walcott for nothing. And maybe some people will say, well, it was development. I don't know. I'm of the mindset, give Walcott an opportunity to make the team in 2026 in spring training, have him probably try out right field and third base. I don't think you want to start the clock on Walcott this early, though. Keep going. Best 3 in our rotation going into that series. Hopefully the bats stay hot. Yeah, that's the mentality. Like, that's the mindset for me, right, is you've got 2 of the best pitchers in the game throwing. You got a shot. You definitely have a shot. Thoughts on the Miz? He looks great. Kind of a funny dude. Like, I don't know. He just seems like just so young, man. And I'm sure he is. But kind of a funny dude in some of the interviews I've seen. But bro is lights out when he steps on that hill. I can't wait for this series either. It's going to be great. Leiter probably is the 3rd best pitcher. I mean, it would be Malley if he was healthy, but Tyler Malley is out. So it kind of does go to Leiter. I think Patrick Corbin, though, might give a run for the money on the 3rd spot. Patrick Corbin's been pretty solid. Keep going. Nolan Ryan bobble. Wow. There we go. Brown Rock to get the Nolan Ryan bobble. Okay, then. Let me see what else we got going on. Do I think that Wyatt would stay in the 6th hole or get moved up? Luke, I'd like to see Wyatt hit 5th, and I'd like to see Evan Carter 6th. I'd like Jonah to hit 7th. I know somebody else talked about Jonah Heim hitting 5th. Like, what are we doing? I kind of tend to agree. I really think Wyatt 5th, Evan Carter 6th, and then Jonah Heim probably 7th or 8th. Let's see. Historically, Rangers tend to get aces in the later stages. Who are today's aces you could see being a Ranger in the future? Wouldn't it have been a classic if we would have gotten Clayton Kershaw to sign up with the Rangers? That would have been classic, man. Really would have been. Let's see. Who could it be? Somebody aging. Man, I don't know off the top of my head. What did Jack Flaherty sign? What was the deal that Jack Flaherty signed? That feels like the kind of guy Rangers would go out and get. Flaherty's got to be in his 30s, maybe signed a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal or something like that. I don't know. Not sure on that one. I'd have to look at the free agent list. What happened to Cody Bradford? He had elbow surgery. He's not going to be pitching again this season. Carter leadoff is definitely the dream, Jack. It's definitely the dream. I don't think it's going to happen this season. Maybe they give Evan Carter a shot to do it in 2026. I think that would be the plan. Corey Seager playing the Astros for the first time this year. Hey, and Corey Seager, he likes hitting in that Houston ballpark. He had a couple of big hits in that series in 23 ALCS down in Houston. Had that home run in Game 7 to get the party started. Brian, you might be onto something here. Look, early 2010s for the Astros, not good. Not great. Oh, not good. But look, they've gone on a little bit of a run. Yes, some of it was cheating aided, but you got to admit what they're doing this year with the injuries, it's impressive. I'll give them a little respect. What they're doing this year with all the injuries they have is impressive. I think the Rangers have a great shot, though, especially with DeGrom and Evo on the bump Saturday, Sunday. I would love to see that too, absolutely. Houston Astros are jealous the Rangers have the most recent World Series championship win. That sounds about right. I know, they always try and throw like the regular season results in our face. It's because they know we've got the bragging rights. Like, until they beat us in a playoff series, I really don't care what happens in the regular season. You're not taking the bragging rights by beating us in a regular season game. You got to beat us in the playoffs at this point to get rid of that. That's where I'm at. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's a hot take either. Playoff wins are much bigger than any regular season win. Adolis does like playing against the Astros. Rohan, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's going to be a great series. I'm really excited about it. Look, unfortunately, I said it at the beginning of the show, but for all y'all that have tuned in a little late, family and I are taking one last vacation this summer, this weekend. I think I'll have a couple of videos out, but I'm not going to be doing lives, probably not tomorrow or Saturday, unfortunately. I hate to leave y'all at this very pivotal moment in the season. We probably will be back Sunday night to wrap up the series, but I'll be on the road Friday and Saturday. And look, I just don't think I'm going to be able to make it happen. I really hate it, but please follow me on X or follow me on Blue Sky or on Facebook or one of the other apps, Threads, right? I'm trying to make sure I covered them all. I'll do some live tweeting during the games if you want to keep up with some of my commentary. And then, like I said, I'll put out a couple videos as well, but not probably going to be going live like I usually do Friday night, Saturday night. But Sunday, I should be back for kind of a late night show to wrap up the entire Silver Boot series. So probably not right after the game on Sunday. I think Sunday is a day game, if I'm not mistaken. It'll probably be like a Sunday night show, just so you know. All right? We keep going. Hey, Jack, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Hey, man, I appreciate the offer. I'll have to let you know, man. That would be fun. That would be fun. You should try your hand at it. Let's see. When do the Rangers play the Rockies? I think they're done playing the Rockies. I think they're done with that. Hunter Brown on Sunday. That's right. Yeah, my exit, everything is the same. So it's at Right on Rangers for everything. So Facebook is just Right on Rangers. X at Right on Rangers. TikTok, you know the drill. Facebook, what did I call YouTube at Right on Rangers. It's all at Right on Rangers. So it's really, really simple. But like I said, if you want to follow along with me, Friday, Saturday, probably not going live. If I end up doing it, surprise, surprise, but most likely not. So follow along with me during the game on X or Threads or Facebook, whatever is your thing. Yeah, I think that they did the away series with Colorado last year, and then this year was the home series with the Rockies. Would be nice to run into them. Look, I was reading that the Rangers have one of the tougher, I think it's the second toughest schedule in the second half after the All-Star break. So if the Rangers end up making the playoffs, they're going to have to go through a little bit of a gauntlet. Seriously. You'll be at Sunday's game? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Hey, when you are there, if I put out a video Sunday, and I think I probably will, if not, find an old video, but send a pic from the seats, man. I love living vicariously through you guys, especially if you're at a game in Houston. Take a pic from the seat, man. Make me jealous. Find one of my videos and comment where you're sitting. I'd love a pic. Yes, Zane, I went to Saturday's game and Sunday's game in San Diego. So I saw a winner Saturday night. Did not see a winner on Sunday for Sunday Night Baseball. I absolutely am salivating for when Vegas A's come to town. I will love to watch the Rangers. 7 or 8 games, I think is what they usually play against the A's on the road. That would be phenomenal. So I can't wait until the A's get here to Vegas. It's going to be great. And we got to get like a Right On Rangers watch party going in Vegas. A bunch of y'all come out to Vegas. We'll go to a game. We'll have fun down on the Strip. It'll be a great time, man. We ought to make it happen. Seriously. I'm being dead serious right now. Let's see. Is Hunter Brown pitching Monday? Hey, good to see you, by the way. I thought I heard that they're pushing him back. We'll be at Sunday's game. Yes. I love it. A bunch of y'all are going to be at Sunday's game. This is awesome. This is awesome. Let me see, though, this Hunter Brown drama that you speak of. What have the Astros put out for probable starters for this weekend? Let's see. The Rangers probably don't have any announced yet because that's what they've done all year. They never announced the probable starters. Let's see. They did announce Leiter. Okay, it's Leiter versus McCullers tomorrow. That's actually a winnable game. I know that a bunch of us are kind of a little bit cautious with it being Leiter, and Leiter's been a little up and down. He did not look great on Sunday Night Baseball, ESPN, unfortunately. But McCullers, I know that he racked up some strikeouts against us. I feel like McCullers is a guy that we should be able to get hits off of. I mean, it's not to say the Astros can't get hits off of Jack Leiter, but I thought it was going to be Leiter versus Valdez. Is Valdez on Saturday then? Let me see here. Rangers pitching matchup on Saturday. Yes, it's DeGrom versus Valdez. Okay, so Saturday and Sunday, the pitching matchups are fire, man. Sunday, it looks like Rangers have announced Evo, and right now the Astros have Hunter Brown going. So we'll see if it changes, but that's what it is for right now. Bombi Blast to the tracks, calling it now. You'd love to see it. You would absolutely love to see it. This would be so ideal. That's putting it lightly. It would be so ideal. 2027 Right On Rangers A's meetup in Vegas. Now you're talking. Massive Right On Rangers. Little watch party live from the brand new stadium with the view of the Strip. In the AC, of course. That's the beauty of the ballpark. You feel like you're outdoors, but you get the beautiful air conditioning, especially when it's 115 in July. You don't want to be outside in Vegas too much unless you're at a pool. And even at the pool, you're sitting in the pool and you're still hot. That's what it's like out here in July, man. I mean, look, Texas, we know how that goes with the 95% humidity. It's something else here in July in Las Vegas. But you know what? We'll be inside watching a game at a beautiful new ballpark. We got to make this happen. That would be phenomenal. Top 5 in hitting this month. I did see this. Summer Race, what's good? Thank you for the comment. I saw that the Rangers on the broadcast, top 5 in offense in the month of July so far. You love to see it because you've looked at the Rangers down at the bottom a lot this year. A lot. McCullers is up and down, Rohan, for sure. It feels like he's either having a great game or getting lit up every other outing. It honestly reminds me a lot of Jack Leiter. Jack Leiter feels like he's either doing a quality start, throw in no-hit baseball or he's just getting totally torched. Evo versus Brown for Sunday. Yup. No home games, Zane. No home games. I don't think I'm going to make it to a home game this year unless they go like all the way to the ALCS or the World Series. If they make it to the ALCS or the World Series, I'll probably find a way to go. Literally, my whole life, we had that savings account in case big things like this happen. We're going to have to make it happen. If the Rangers make it back to the World Series or even the ALCS, we'll probably find a way to Arlington. But otherwise, probably no home game for me this year. Maybe next year. Definitely always catch an away game, though. Yeah, you guys do know a little something about heat. Absolutely. And y'all know I grew up in Arlington, went to Arlington High School, mowed lawns in the DFW heat for multiple summers. Look, I know it's no joke. I know it is no joke. A's Stadium, I don't think it is going to be retractable. Basically, with what I've seen, it's like a window in the outfield, and you can see the strip from your seat in that window, that big glass wall that they have out there. I don't think it's retractable, though. I think it's going to be all totally indoors. It just feels like you're outside. I think that's at least what I've remembered from the blueprints that I've seen. Arlington Martin, let's go. Look, I played baseball for Arlington High School. And look, I've told y'all, was not like a big-time baseball player. I did play in high school at Arlington High. I played in college, real small school in Nebraska. My baseball career was not illustrious, but I had a great time. A lot of great coaches, a lot of great teammates, learned a ton about the game, memories that are totally priceless. Remember playing Martin High School quite a bit. Was always a little bit of a rivalry. One of my best friends growing up played baseball for Arlington Martin. So, look, good stuff, man. I love keeping up with all the high schools in the DFW area. Of course, football is just a different beast down in Texas, man. It's kind of wild. Football out here, I mean, it's big, don't get me wrong. We've got a couple of big powerhouses here in Las Vegas, but it's just nothing like Texas football. Nothing like Texas football. It's crazy down there. The big stadiums that they're filling out for the high school games, you don't get that here. I kind of miss that, honestly. Tevin Gray is absolutely going to help out the pitching. Bringing it back to the Rangers, I would absolutely welcome John Gray coming back into the rotation. I know they've got other options, but I think that is going to be huge. I just hope he comes back and is sharp. Hopefully they don't rush the rehab assignment. But you'd think the way that it's lining up, he would be back after the All-Star break. All right, keep going. 2012, not a big-time guy here either. Okay, cool. I was about 6-7 years ahead of you. I was 2007. So that dates me a little bit here. We're getting up into our late 30s here. Late 30s and thriving, baby. But, look, fun times. A lot of great memories living in Arlington. Miss it sometimes. Love it out here in Las Vegas. But every time I go back, look, I must admit, I miss Texas. Not trying to move back anytime soon. Maybe if the right opportunity came along. Maybe if this really takes off, we might have to make something happen. But for right now, Vegas is a great spot. Got family here. I've been here for almost 15 years, but Texas always has a special place. Also graduated in 07. What's good? There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, look, great memories. Great memories. It's kind of crazy when I think about, man, has it almost been 20 years since high school? Oh, jeez. Getting old, man. Getting old. Maverick, I don't get the obsession with the wide view, but look, I think I've told y'all, you don't want to see the wide view. I'm in my garage right now, man. This is the studio. We're out in the garage just chilling right now. We got the swamp cooler going in the background, which I've tried to filter out with the noise cancellation on my mic. Hopefully it's not too annoying. And humble beginnings here right on Rangers. You don't want to see the wide view. There's probably an Amazon box like over to my left here. Probably a bunch of toys that my kids aren't using anymore over to my right. We'll keep it vertical right here for now. When you see the wide view, that's when you know Austin's doing all right at Ride on Rangers. Ride on Rangers business is good if you ever see the wide view. That's how you know we've made it, because I probably upgraded to an office. I probably moved out of my garage, and things are going very, very well. Oh, man. We keep going. Let's see. I'm ready for Silver Boot as well, Michael. Good to see you, my guy. Britt, I'm sorry, man. I try not to say those things out loud too much. I really don't. Look, it is wild, though. Time goes by so quick. You got to make the most of it. You got to make the most of it. Ride on Rangers sage advice for the day. It's not reinventing the wheel, but make the most out of the time you got, man. Love the people around you. Man, it goes quick. It really does. Keep going here. Let's see. What are we at here? 1:06 on the clock. Okay, so we're a little over an hour on the show. I think we pretty much wrapped up the game from today. Got to give Marcus Semien, Adolis Garcia, probably the shout-outs for offensive player of the games today. Dolly, 2 for 5 with a 3-run bomb. Was it a 2-run bomb? 2-run bomb, had another RBI. Adolis and Marcus Semien combined to go 6 for 10 with 4 RBI. We give them player of the game on offense. Patrick Corbin, going to show him the love tonight. Lats did pitch really well also. But Corbin just continuing to come out and give you an opportunity to win ball games. You love to see it, man. Kudos to the Angels fans. I'm looking at 27,000 in attendance on a Thursday night tonight. Good for them, man. Still supporting the team. Look, I know the Angels aren't terrible this year, but I've been to some Angels games where there are definitely not anywhere near 27,000 people. I'm glad that they're packing out that stadium. Good for them. Let's see. Anything else from the box score worth going over? I don't think so. I think we're good. Osuna got the DH job today. Went 0 for. Man, I love Alejandro Osuna. I really want to see him. Every opportunity he gets, take advantage. It's unfortunate he goes 0 for today. Looks like he did walk once. So the plate vision, the plate discipline continues to be elite. Anything else? Carter was 2 for 5 today. Okay. Carter was 2 for 5 today. Not bad from Evan. Josh Smith went 0 for, but he had 2 walks. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Tomorrow, let's preview it. Let's talk Friday night baseball. We've got, again, Jack Leiter against McCullers. Lance McCullers Jr. for the Stros. Stros, are they coming off a sweep? Is that what y'all were telling me? Look, I'm usually pretty caught up with what the Astros are up to, but I'll admit I have been crazy busy the last few days. Did they just get swept? Let's see what happened yesterday. And I know they were taking quite a few losses. Yeah, they just got swept. Okay. So Astros will be hungry to get back on a winning track. Look, Leiter does not have a ton of matchups against Astros hitters. I'll read through it with you real quick. Leiter, by the way, 4-6 with a 4.32 ERA. We've got Altuve 0 for 3 against Leiter. Diaz 1 for 3 with a home run. Dubon 0 for 2. Myers 0 for 3 against Rangers probable starter Jack Leiter for tomorrow night's Silver Boot opener. Paredes is 0 for 3 against Leiter. Smith 1 for 3. And Seawalk is 0 for 2. So Leiter actually has pitched pretty well. Got to avoid Diaz tomorrow. Got to be careful with him. And other than that, look, Jake Myers and Smith with the only other hits. Small sample size, right? And there's a few guys that have not faced Leiter at all, so we'll see how they do. But at this point, we'll go over to the Texas side. McCullers against the Rangers lineup. Berger, 1 for 2. Carter, 0 for 2. Adolis Garcia, 3 for 10 with a home run off Lance McCullers Jr.'s. There we go. Jonah Heim, 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. Higgy, 0 for 3. Langford, 0 for 2. Seager, 0 for 2. Marcus Semien, pretty good numbers here from Semien. I believe he is 7 for 20, 350 average lifetime against McCullers. And Josh Smith, 1 for 3. So you do have some Rangers that have swung the bat well against McCullers. That's good to see. Let's look at Lance McCullers' last start. We know what Jack Leiter did. It was not pretty against San Diego. Could not put hitters away. I'll go to Leiter's numbers in a second, but McCullers actually pitched really well against the Dodgers last time out. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run against LAD, and then Chicago was the last start. He got lit up by Chicago. 3 1/3, 8 earned runs against the Cubs on June 28th. And then the White Sox actually hit him pretty well too. 5 innings, 4 earned runs on June 10th against the White Sox. McCullers walked 4. In fact, McCullers has 4 walks in each of his last 3 starts. He had 4 walks against the Dodgers, against the Cubs, and against the White Sox. So McCullers definitely still struggling with command. This, like I said, could be a game. Probably should be a game that the Rangers take advantage of. It gets much, much harder after McCullers in facing Valdez and in Hunter Brown. So tomorrow would be a great game to get. 100%. Special shout out, by the way, to all of my paid subscribers on TikTok, paid members on YouTube. Really appreciate all you guys. And look, whether you're a paid subscriber, paid member or not, I don't take any support for granted. Thank you for the people that have followed on the show tonight. Thank you for liking the live, for sharing it, for the watch time. I appreciate it all. I started up a subscription service, about $2.99 a month. Gets you access to our exclusive Ride on Rangers Discord, which has been freaking awesome over the past couple of months here. And then also, as the show gets bigger, priority replies to comments in the live and in videos that I post. Really, it's just taking your support to the next level, helping out me and what I'm doing here at the channel. So if you like me and you like what I'm producing here at Ride on Rangers, what I'm putting out, thank you for considering a subscription. You hit that subscribe button right next to the chat. Pretty easy from there. And if you're on YouTube, I will drop the link, which you can copy and paste into a browser of your choice. We'll get you into that Discord right away. Would love to have you in there. Pretty much like the one thing that I have that is not free is the Discord. So look, it would just be helping me out here, keeping the lights on. And one day I hope this can become like a real deal 40-hour-a-week job. Right now it already feels like a 40-hour-a-week job, but still got a day job. I'd love to make this full-time one day. We're getting there day by day. And the support that you guys bring to the channel, it's absolutely huge. You guys are a big reason why the show continues to grow. So thank you so much. Appreciate you considering. But either way, keep coming back, right? It's a lot of fun having you guys here. The comments keep the show fresh. And so I just want to say a special thank you. Always fun to get on the live after a win as well. Those losses, especially when we're commentating on them, like live, brutal. Wednesday night, Monday night, brutal. Much better getting on the live Tuesday and Thursday, man. Brick by brick, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brick by brick, day at a time. That's all I've said since January 2023, when I had literally 0 followers across all platforms. I think now we are between 13 and 14,000 followers across everything. Got monetized on YouTube, almost monetized on TikTok. We're getting close to 10,000. That's kind of the magic number on TikTok. And like I said, you guys are a big part of that. So special thank you once again. Look, we won't be live Friday and Saturday, most likely. I'm sorry to leave you hanging. Such a big series, but go and follow me on X or follow me on Facebook or Threads or Blue Sky, whatever you got. And I'll continue to tweet out things during the game. So if you want some live reaction during the game and post game, follow me on one of those platforms in lieu of a live show post-game and in the late innings. Think we should be back on track Sunday night to wrap up and talk about the Houston series. Won't be live immediately after the game on Sunday, but I will most likely go live later Sunday night and kind of give a recap going into the All-Star break. And we'll also talk a little bit All-Star game, and we'll look at the Rangers series coming out of the All-Star break as well on Sunday. So that's kind of the plan. Come hang out. Would love to have you guys Sunday night. And like I said, go follow on some of the other socials so you can get in on some of the live reaction. Man, it depends on the game. It really does. Today, with the blowout, I was just kind of sitting back, enjoying, not tweeting out quite as much. But without doing a live, you'll probably see me pretty active. So follow along and let the good times keep rolling. That's the plan. All right, let me do a last quick check of the comments here, and then we will sign off for the night. Dan, I'm with you. Got to have consistency. That's kind of what we've been talking about a lot. Haggerty, I think, is just, a victim of not enough spots in the order. Osuna, same thing. Osuna, same thing for sure. I don't know who our pick is going to be in the draft. Teflon, good to see you, man. I don't think that's been nailed down. I saw a lot of like high school shortstops as being linked to us. A lot of high school shortstops. I'm trying to remember who it was today that I saw in the last mock draft. Let me see if I can pull that up for y'all real quick. MLB mock draft, Baseball America. Here we go. I'm a Baseball America subscriber, by the way. It's a great follow. Let's see. They have us linked to... Oh, come on now. Of course I'm signed out. That's how it always goes. It was a shortstop from Georgia. Name is totally eluding me right now, unfortunately. But it was a shortstop from Georgia. And we've kind of been linked to a couple of other high school second base shortstop combos. I don't think any college players really have I seen linked to Texas at all. It's pretty much exclusively middle infield stuff. I'm not going to be able to pull it up right now. I'm sorry. But that's what I've seen a lot of recently. We keep going. Let's see. Call up Walcott. Yeah, T-Buck. I don't think they're going to do that. We have the 12th pick overall, Zach. 12th pick overall. Zach, prediction is Rangers win 2 out of 3. I'm going to go 2 out of 3. I don't know if I can do game by game. If I had to go game by game, I think, I don't even know if I want to do this. I don't want to jinx it. I'll do it. I'm going to say win Friday night, win tomorrow, and win the DeGrom game. And then Sunday to me feels like the toss-up. I think we win Friday, we win Saturday. Sunday feels like the toss-up. I want to believe so badly we can get that sweep, but I think Hunter Brown is a really, really tough customer. We'll see what happens. All right, y'all. I am a UT fan. UT football we cover in the fall. We also cover the Dallas Cowboys and the Dallas Mavericks. Those are kind of the 4: Rangers, Cowboys, Longhorns, Mavericks. So, look, you'll see some different content from me coming out here and there once football rolls around. So I hope you'll still support me through it, even if those aren't your favorite teams. I hope that you will support me through. I would greatly appreciate it. I know not everybody loves the Cowboys, not everybody loves the Mavericks and all that, but look, I would greatly enjoy your support through the fall, through the different football seasons as well. All right, sounds great. I would love for you to join me. We're going to have a good time. Football is always fun, man. Always a good time. Hey, you guys have a great rest of the Thursday night. Thanks for hanging out once again. Look, no, we're heading out right now, Jack, so no worries at all. Dan, I'm with you. Hope we can figure it out. That would be very, very ideal. I don't think we're going to get Sandy Alcantara. And look, with the Marlins doing their thing, I don't know if they're going to be selling. Who knows? All right, we'll see y'all Sunday for sure. If you see me on a live before then, surprise, Merry early Christmas. But like I said, Sunday for sure for the series closer. Family and I are going to be on vacation over the weekend, last vacation of the summer. So we'll be watching the games. but we'll take a couple days off from the show, and then we'll pretty much be here to finish out the season with you guys from there on out. All right, as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.